What's up, Unison Gamers? It is David in the stream room at Unison Games Cafe, and we got a box. So I started opening the box and then realized that one of my highly anticipated Kickstarters is now in. So I wanted to kind of do a filming and see what we have in the box and talk a little bit about the game. Let me load you guys up here and get this box out of the way. There we go. And as you guys can see in the screen, as I move things away, we're going to talk about Vanquishers TCG. So just got this Kickstarter in. Very excited about it. Vanquishers TCG, a sci-fi dueling hero-centric TCG. That's right. It's like flesh and blood in space. Not exactly. But I will say that, as you guys know, for some of you that frequent the shop, I'm always looking for games that offer something different, offer something unique. And I think I found it here with Vanquishers. Part of the reason why I'm filming this video is because of how efficient the company, and by company I mean it's a handful of guys that are passionate about their IP, passionate about their project. You guys can see here, VanquishersTCG.com, very professionally created website. But again, about the game, and you guys can kind of see a little bit of what looks like a HUD here. Kind of reminds me of like old school Mech Warrior computer games, if that doesn't date me too much here. But as busy as it might look, everything is nicely organized. You have a hero, you equip your weapons and your items and your armor. You've got hit points, shield points, and energy storage. I'm not going to get too far into the actual mechanics of the game. That I will do that in a future video. I kind of just wanted to unbox some of this stuff, go through. You're going to hear a lot of bubble wrap, which again, they bubble wrap their stuff. So I thought that was really cool. Here's a quick look at some of the starter decks. So I did unwrap a couple of them. Very nice packaging, very nice product. Rift Mode Veil starter deck. So that's the hero. If you look on the back here, you've kind of got like your classes. So it looks like Veil is a conjurer of a certain faction. Looks like Order 3. Some cool little stats here. I'm not sure if this is just for flavor, if this is actually in the game, but you can look to see you get a foil hero card, various different modifications, weapons, guns, ammunition, stuff like that. And then some information on the actual class itself. So Veil here is a conjurer. We've got Raskin as a sentinel. That looks really cool. And this red one here, let me look at that guy. This red one here is Solaria, or Solaris. Is that right? Yeah, Solaris, right on the top there, as an assassin. That guy looks pretty cool. So, yeah, what you're going to be doing in this game, and I did a quick look through of some of the like learn to play stuff, but at least my assessment from the get-go is that again, it's hero-centric. You are increasing your energy each turn, a la Dragon Ball Super, where you burn a card from your hand. Your energy storage, which is up here in the corner, will go up permanently, essentially giving you a cap for stuff to do during your turn. And then you're equipping armor, you're equipping weapons, you're loading your weapons with ammunition or with energy so that you can actually use them to attack the opposing hero. One part that I did notice about this game as I was kind of looking through the rulebook is that just because you have like your armor and your weapon loaded up doesn't necessarily mean you hit. So there's a little bit of like a Dungeons and Dragons like armor class versus defense class. You've got some armor here, right? On your HUD here. But you still have to target them. You still have to roll dice. And if you know me, I love dice rolling. I love that little tiny bit of variance where, okay, I need to roll higher than a 4 on 2 dice. I mean, you could fail. There's a section for an abilities here, which I thought was really cool because it looked like there was some abilities. I'm actually about to bust out the booster box. I mean, you got the wrapping with the logo on it. It's all foily and fancy. Just like, you know, Wizards take note. I mean, this is a professional looking product. Shout out to the Vanquisher devs, and clearly their passion kind of shows in the product here. We got, see, booster packs. Expand your deck with an assortment of more powerful abilities, weapons. I can't read the rest of that. It looks like moose. Oh, mods. That's a D. Mods and unique foil card that have boosted stats and can change the fight at any moment. Vanquishers TCG starter deck required. We got that. We got starter decks galore. But yeah, it looks like there's a little bit of variance with some of that die rolling. Looks like we've got 20 booster packs in a booster box. And lucky for me, you guys let me know where that QR code goes. If it, wow, I got more than I thought I did. So I'm kind of excited about that. Obviously, if you're local to Unison Games Cafe here in Hamden, Connecticut, lucky you gets to enjoy some of this product. I'd love to do like a starter deck league. Looks like I got 6 booster boxes. That is awesome. What else is in here? Looks like I got a few more decks. Let's see if any of them are new. That looks like a Veil deck. So it looks like I got 2 of each. Very cool. So I got the other ones here. Again, like packaged very nicely. We're going to crack those open on a separate video as we kind of delve into the contents of those and a little bit more about the game. I did get an additional add-on. It looks like they made these like dials to track your health points and your shield points or your energy. So it's this triple dial, which I thought was like really cool. So instead of using the board, you can kind of just have it all right here. I might have to go back to the well and get more of these things. So this actually looks awesome. Again, like well-made acrylic. There's real hardware in here. Like really cool. Really cool. And then there was a whole bunch of other stuff. So part of when I back a Kickstarter, obviously as a store owner, as a TO, tournament organizer, for those not in the know, I always look for the support. Not only that they give in the LGS, but also the support that they give me is just going to be projected onto my community, right? So if there's organized play packs, if there's marketing, if there's demo stuff, that's stuff that I'm always looking for, because people want to play the game and they need people to play the game with, and that just helps me out. So not only is the packaging and just how the box was sent, the box was in tough shape. I'll blame that on the UPS guy or USPS, whoever it was. But the packaging within was A+. But yeah, what I'm looking for is obviously support from the company and kind of showing that they care about the LGS. And I can't get them on camera, but when I opened up this box, I noticed rolled up that they had window clings that I could put on our windows. So, and I mean, talk about a no-brainer, but like, that's smart. That's just a way to let people know, hey, look at this really cool window cling. Look at what this game is. You can find it inside, come and get it. And then when it comes to like a new IP, right? Like we get taken for granted for, Star Wars is a strong IP, and One Piece TCG, is One Piece is a very big name and stuff. But if you're going to try to make your own IP, if you're going to try to make your own world, like, let me see if I can get this in the shot here. But like, guys, I'm going to move these booster boxes. I got comic books. Like, talk about knowing your demographic. Like, we got comic books. You guys see that there? And of course, exclusive cards in the comic books. Like, let's go. So we get a little look here without me opening anything about some of the cards. We've got some icons that are going to be relevant for purposes of armor, hit points, cost, stuff like that. The class that can actually use it. So we've got, let's see, 3, 4 5. Oh, these are part 7. Is that what that says? So those are all the same. And then we got this one. Bloodlust from the Assassin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then, of course, because we have 3 classes in the Conjure, Energy Ascending. Like, super awesome. Just like a really cool way that, like, I, as a TO, can, like, sell somebody a starter deck, give them a comic, give them an exclusive card. You know, just really, really indoctrinate them to the game, the lore, the IP. Just such a cool idea, you know. Again, shout out to the devs. For those wondering, there's obviously, I mean, they're not paying me anything to do this. They probably don't even know who I am. I'm opening up another little, let's see, LGS Supply Drop. That's me. And it looks like we got some little promos in here. So what do we got here? Let's see. We got some, oh, here we go. So these are some of the, I believe, the exclusive like Kickstarter heroes. So we got another assassin hero that's different than the one we have. What I'm also noticing too is I got this little black light here, and I hear a rumor that you can shine the black light on certain cards to essentially like unlock additional abilities or replace abilities that exist. And I want to say this is the card, the old Spectral Grenade. I've got it in a little pack right here. Let me see if I can get anything out of here. There we go. You guys see that? So Spectral crossed off Ghost Grenade. We've got like, and you can't see that, right? So talk about a really interesting foiling process. I don't know if that's picking up, but this is foil. But look at that. Ghost Grenade. It looks like there's something up here. Glacier ability. So that's probably an element or an augment. It says Glacier ability right up there. Glacier, yeah, there we go. Glacier class right there. Glacier class. Just super cool how they do that. Even the art. Look at the art. If I shine it around the side, you got all that ice kind of coming out from it. That's super cool. And then I assume we've got some maybe different things in the text box. Yep. Freeze the enemy until the end of their turn. And that's probably the glacier part. And I just think that's super unique, super cool, like almost kind of like breaking a fourth wall, like in the right way, right? So that's really neat. That's really cool. I'm not sure if I should be taking this out of the package, but you know me. I'm not much of a collector. I like playing with things. And I just like the idea that I can maybe like put this on my board and then just be like, oh, this ain't a Spectral Grenade. It's a Ghost Grenade. And it's Glacier. So we got that. I don't think any of the heroes are going to have it, but here's some additional heroes. We got a Saigon. And you'll notice that heroes, there you go. See that guy right there? They change when you flip them. There's a mechanic in the game called V-Trigger. And if you know more about the game than me, feel free to, I'm just checking now because this is like a thing. But you essentially have a moment in the game where you can kind of like tempo swing, where you can utilize a lot of your resources to activate your V-Trigger and essentially become stronger. So I think this is your base side right here. And then when you pay the V-Trigger, whoop, you flip. Yeah, V-Trigger mode right down here. And then that essentially unlocks additional abilities for your hero or your weapons. And it lets you ramp quicker and stuff like that. So yeah, it sounds fitting. V-Trigger, you kind of hit like another level, press on the gas and get going. We've got a really cool looking foil card, Ian's Vortex. I mean, it's still in the package. You can kind of see how cool some of that selective foiling is. Super cool. Play this card face up. All players shuffle their cards from their hands into their deck. Draw the same amount of cards back into your hand. Neutral. Looks like I could probably play it with anybody. So that seems really neat. And then I've got the booster boxes in here. I also have what looks like might be some posters. Maybe it's something I can kind of give out to people. Just doing, oh, here we go. I can unroll this a bit and you can probably see it. So there you go. This is a little bit of like an advertisement for kind of like the comic, Saigon's Rage. So another cool like little poster that we can give out to people as they, sign up for Learn to Plays or, join a starter deck league or something like that. You guys know me, I'm full of ideas here, but when you have a product like this, it's kind of easy to build content for it. So that's it for this video. Be sure to like and subscribe because I'm going to be making, and make sure you hit the notification bell because I'm going to be making some additional content. We're going to open up some of these starter decks to go into what exactly comes into them and maybe a little bit of like a learn to play. I'm counter rolling these. And then obviously like we got to crack a booster box. I mean, we got to see what's inside the packs. But I always like to learn a little bit more about the game to see what am I going to be looking for in here. Maybe Assassin is my class. Maybe we're going to be a Solaris main. And if that's the case, what am I trying to open up and get out of boxes for Solaris? And maybe we'll open up some things that we can use our little blacklight on. Pew, 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 pew. Really cool. Thank you so much. And part of this whole process too, like when we're talking about Kickstarters, I'm still waiting on Kickstarters from 2 years ago, pandemic kind of stuff. And these guys fast, really fast, just we're on the ball, ultimate transparency. Looks like they were working out of or at least like testing down at an LGS down in Florida, engaging the community, tweaking card rules. That's really important to me. I hate it when a community is talking about how much something's worth, how much something's going to be worth in 2 years, how they can double their money the easiest way. Like we're trying to play games, guys. We're trying to play games. You leave the investing for the stock market. It's going to crash anyway. But yeah, I'm really excited about this. I know I've got some people locally that are excited about this. Sci-fi. There's nothing. I mean, Netrunner's dead, right? Don't at me. I don't mean that in that way, guys. But like, no one's making new Netrunner stuff like this. That's not fan made or what have you. But there's really nothing that like kind of mimics this. There's never been like a like a Halo TCG or some sort of futuristic sci-fi TCG, other than when I used to play like Star Trek and Star Wars. And even then, those were like different IPs. This is a unique IP, Vanquishers TCG. You guys can see it there, right on the top there, vanquisherstcg.com. I'm on their Discord. I'm sure you can get on their Discord. But yeah, leave me a comment below. Let me know if you know anything about it. Let me know if you've backed it yourself. And let me know what interests you. And make sure you're checking out the next videos that I have. Until next time, we'll talk to you then.